Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pizza Motor Chaos. And I got a line of special guests back for the second time. The Ballew Thunder Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Car, Jordan Ballew. How's it going, Jordan?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, you won the B field at Funny Car Chaos over the weekend. How you feel about that?
I'm excited. I'm relieved. I'm just glad I finally won one.
So you want to talk a little bit about the weekend, how it went for you and all that?
Yeah. It actually, let's see, Thursday whenever we started heading down there, it got a little stressful because I got a flat tire on the way down there. So I was like, oh, that's great. You know, this is how the weekend's gonna start. But got down there Thursday, went to the pre-party, met up with everybody. Then Friday went to sit at the track, did qualifying, and struggled with the car. We had to change motors the weekend before because we hurt the big motor. So we had the old 427 in it, and we couldn't get it to run quite as good as it used to. But we qualified decent, I guess, Friday, and then, Saturday I had that last qualifying session, and I think the first round of eliminations, racing Fred, was the most exciting race all day. I think there was 4 nitro cars in the B field, and all 4 nitro cars raced an alcohol car, and it seemed like all the nitro cars did the dirty work for us because they took out all the alcohol cars. And so we did our job and beat Fred, and that pretty much just paved the way for us to win the whole event.
Now, when you won the finals, who would you beat? Fred Farndon?
No, Fred was in the first round. He started having trouble towards the middle of the track, and I drove around him at the top end. And then in the semifinals, we were supposed to race Eric in the Shazam Corvette.
Oh, yeah, Eric Eos.
Yeah. And I guess he hurt his car in the first round, so we got a bye. And then in the semifinals, Jim Gifford raced Clay Cunningham, and Clay redlit, and then Jim ran like a 4:10 or something. And so after semifinals, I kind of figured, Jim was going to win the race. But whenever we got back to the pits and was trying to get the car, put fuel in it, check the plugs, all that other stuff, and Chris came up and told us that Jim broke, and all we had to do was go take green light, and we won the event.
Yeah, that would have been a tough battle to go against the Nor'easter.
Yeah. I saw him, we raced him up, or we didn't race him, but we watched him up in Illinois, and he was running 3s in Illinois, and then I think it was first round, he ran like a 398. I think he raced Jeff Cameron in the first round, too. I kind of figured, he was going to end up winning the whole thing, but whenever I guess after the semifinals, he threw the rods out of the block, so he was done.
Yeah, that was pretty nice with those nice, kind words John Hale had about you.
Yeah. Friday night, after qualifying, I went down and was hanging out with Kim and the Dirty South Gassers, and John Hale was there, and we were talking, and he kept telling me the whole night, I was going to kill him with consistency, and my time was coming, and he was right. But then after, we won the event, and we were sitting in the lanes getting ready to get our pictures taken and everything, John Hale came by and told me he was proud of us and everything. And then I think it was Monday, he called me and wanted videos and some pictures so he could do his segment on Joe Wallace show, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. Everyone loves the Ballew family, man.
Yeah.
You guys are like dedicated Funny Car Chaos family right there, man, going to every event. Yeah.
Yeah, that was our goal last year, and that's our goal this year. So we're even going to try to go to Michigan. So it's going to be a long trip, but I we just have fun at all these events. So we want to support Chris, and so we might get lucky again and win another one.
So you have any other big memories from the weekend?
Well, there was a memory that I wasn't there for. My wife was sitting in the truck whenever I was going down the track. I think it was Friday night, qualifying. And both my daughters were in the truck watching, and I posted a video on the Facebook page. And my youngest daughter kept saying, "Go, Dad, go, Dad." And it was just a cute video. And then, let's see, I think probably one of the coolest memories was after we got done in the finals and I was at the top end of the track, waiting on Dad and Mom and my wife to come pick me up. And Dad hopped out of the truck and was all happy and was like, we did it. Like, we won the event, and shook my hand. And, like, it felt pretty good. Like, we worked so hard for it and everything just fell our way that day.
Yeah. Well, it's just awesome. All the hard work has to pay off sooner or later, brother.
Yeah. I was talking to Gary and the Bucket List crew the other day, and he told me congratulations and whatnot, and I said, yeah, we got lucky. And he said, you know what luck is? I don't know. And he said, it's hard work. And he was like, hard work paid off.
Yeah. So what do you got planned for the next Funny Car Chaos event? You got anything? You gonna be doing anything to the car at all, or just gonna run the same way?
No, we ordered a new set of heads with that money we won, and we've been talking about putting the 522 back in it because that's the motor we hurt, and we think we messed the heads up or maybe a head gasket or something. We didn't have a lot of time to really look at it last weekend whenever we messed it up. So we just pulled that motor out and threw the 427 in it because it was a complete motor and we knew it would run. So this weekend we're going to pull the 522 apart, go back through it all and put it back in the car and hopefully get those new heads next week and maybe go to a test and tune and get it all dialed in. That way we can get back to running some mid 4-second passes.
So now, besides Funny Car Chaos, do you have any other events scheduled this year?
Yeah, the Silver State Superchargers. I think they have 6 events this year, and we're not going to be able to hit all of them because of the Funny Car Chaos events. But
so
we've got one at Mocan. I think it's Memorial Day weekend. So we talked about going to that, and then they have another event in August. I think it's 17th or 18th, and that's at Tulsa. So we're probably going to hit a couple of their events and meet up with some people because there's a lot of good guys that run in that group. Corey Holcomb, he drives the Black Widow car in that group, and he actually helped us out this past weekend. He took some videos and helped Dad lower the body and helped us work in the car during or after every pass. And, just hung out all weekend.
Yeah, that's the great thing about drag racing. How everybody always wants to put a helping hand in to help each other.
Yeah, there's another guy. His name's Chris, and he's building a car. And he came by the pits and was talking to us and was asking all types of questions about gears in the rear end and what we ran and this and that, because I guess he's trying to get a car together. That way he can come to some of these events. And I told him, I was like, if you got any questions, message me on Facebook. I'll answer them, help you out any way I can.
So what?
I was like, people help me out, so I want to pay it forward and help somebody else out.
Yeah. So what's Chris want to build, a alcohol funny car?
Yeah. I don't know what body he's got or if he's got one yet.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit. It would have been nice if there was a little more live feed for the weekend event, but wasn't that much live feed. Was it?
There wasn't?
Yeah, well, Deborah was doing live feed, and that's about all I saw was Deborah. Oh, and Jeff Cameron. They were doing his feed when he was running. Did his
Well,
car. Yeah, but otherwise, Chris wasn't doing live feed off the Funny Car Cast page, and Randy wasn't doing anything off the Red Line Shirt Club. So,
well, I didn't know that. I know Chris, he's got a lot on his plate with everything going on, making, all these 7 events and the SHRA and all the other stuff. It's like, but I do know Kim Thistle. I don't know if you know her.
yeah.
She goes live. She goes live every now and then, and I think she did Friday night qualifying. She was live for that, and then Brad Hansen, he was live. I think for some of the eliminations. But I know you just kind of gotta look for it. Find the right people that are there.
Yeah, no, Randy got stuck at the Red Line Shirt booth, so he couldn't get out there and do any live feed or whatever. So.
Yeah, I actually had to go by his booth, and my membership for my shirts every month, the card expired on, so I had to go renew that while I was down there.
Yeah. So you guys had some wind up there, huh?
Yeah, it was really windy Friday and Saturday. We didn't even put our tent up. We figured, it was cloudy and it won't be too bad. But yeah, that wind was. I think it was during third round of qualifying. I was racing Eric, and my car got sideways, and I got out of it. And whenever Eric went through the finish line, he pulled the parachutes. His parachutes flew over into my lane because it was so windy.
Yeah, because Deborah was doing her best to do her live feed, but she was freezing out there. She's like, every time one race would go down, they'd go down the track. She's like, I'm gonna take a break. Now we back, people. Let me warm up.
Yeah, it was actually. I don't think I've ever raced. I mean, it wasn't cold. I think it was like in the 50s. I've never raced in that cool of weather, but I think that's kind of what helped us with the nitro cars, because we could kind of get down the track a little bit better, I think, because we weren't putting as much power down as they were.
Yeah, they always say the cool weather is supposed to bring out the big speeds with the nitro cars.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened, I think, with Fred. He started spinning the tires or something whenever we raced in the first round. But that was exciting, driving around him at the end. I think the margin of victory was like 0.007 seconds or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So now let's recap last year. Because I did the interview with you last year, but let's recap how'd your racing season go last year. Were you satisfied?
The whole year I think ended pretty well. Whenever Chris gave us that award and everything at the end, that was pretty exciting. I think what was the first event of the year was Mocan, and they only qualified 8 cars there, and we qualified number 5 and happened to run Ken Singleton first round. So, that didn't go out in our favor. Then, but it was still a good weekend. But then we went to Amarillo, and we kind of figured we'd be field material, and ended up qualifying number 5 there too. And I was talking to Chris and Ken Singleton Friday night after the second round of qualifying, and I told Ken, I said, I hope some of these guys pick it up because I don't want to race you again first round. And what do you know? We ended up racing each other again the first round because he was number 1 and we were number 5, and the same thing happened like it did in Mocan. He just drove away from me. Then Illinois after that, I was kind of frustrated with Illinois because there was a really bad, or not bad, there was a big transition about halfway down the track, and I wasn't used to it. And so whenever I was going down, I think it was in the third round of qualifying, we were sitting at number 16. And I hit that transition, and the car started shaking and vibrating really bad. And I got out of it. And then we were just sitting there on the bump for like the next 3 pairs watching to see if we'd make it into the field. And it's like, I kind of wish I would have ran the car out during that pass. But, you know, it is what it is. We went back, you know, the next, or later on that day, and I can't remember his name. He drove the UFO car. But we raced him first round, and we ran our best pass for the weekend, but it just wasn't good to beat him. Of course, he went on and won the whole event. For the details. And then, what was it? North Star was our last Funny Car Chaos event. And we qualified decent there, went to the semifinals, lost to Keith Jackson, the High Heaven crew. And then, I think we had one more race, and that was at Mocan. And we ended up running up there. So, I don't think we did too bad last year. That's, you know, we run it up for one event, was racer of the year, and attended every Funny Car Chaos. So, I think that was a successful season for us.
Yeah, you can never feel bad about losing to Ken Singleton after he went undefeated and was beating everybody anyway, so...
No, I know. I told him in Amarillo, I was like, you know, I like you, man, but I really don't want to race you again. but no, he's a good guy. That's like everybody else. I felt bad after we won our event. We were up in the tower and got our money and was headed back to the trailer, and I passed down Middendorf in the tower on the way down, and I didn't know because whenever I was being towed back, they were in the hayfield, and I saw Kevin Kingsley went, I think it was like a 415 at 215 miles an hour, but I couldn't see Alan's scoreboard. So I assumed Kevin won. And so whenever I saw Alan, I didn't congratulate him on his win because I didn't know he won. But after we got back to the trailer and Alan showed back up, I went over there and told him congratulations, you know, and talked to him for a little bit, and he's a really nice guy. I know he's planning on running quite a few of the events this year, too.
Yeah, that was nice seeing the finals this year with Middendorf and Kinsley with those header flames on both of those funny cars.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it until I think they posted a video of the recap of the whole weekend. And I finally got to watch the video there and saw everything. Yeah, everybody we race with in that group is, you know, just nice. Some of the greatest people there, you know. Everybody treats everybody good.
Then Illinois last year, you had the grudge match too with Joey.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I know he's got a lot going on this year. I know he's moving to Tennessee and whatnot, but I'm hoping he goes to Havana. Maybe we'll race again.
Man, that was pretty cool.
Probably do a little trash talking before we go too.
Of course, putting pictures up and all that stuff, memes and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. So.
You guys gonna make it out to Havana this year? I know you guys talked about it last year, but
possibly. We'll see how the cars run if we can make it out there or not.
I know it was cool being at Havana because it was almost like being at a NHRA event because the pits were just full of people, just like all the NHRA events are full of people, and you couldn't go anywhere without running into somebody. And I mean, the fans were great, just like Amarillo. It's like everybody seems to really like these events.
Yeah, I heard when you're driving at a place, it's like easy. You would hardly believe there's a funny car track in that area because you like driving and driving and driving. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's we. We actually lived up in Illinois. I mean, I was maybe 1 or 2 years old, but my dad didn't know that there was a track in Havana, and they were living in Pekin, which is 45 minutes away from Havana. And he said if he would have known there was a track up there in the 90s, 91, 92, he would have gone to it. But it's like in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of old tracks out there, man.
Yeah, I think Amarillo is a cool track because they got the little walkway over the staging lanes. And there's quite a few cool tracks to go to.
It always sucks when we lose a track when they shut one down.
Yeah, I think it was Englishtown.
Yeah.
I saw they were tearing it up the other day. I've never been there, but I think it would have been cool too.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I know they talked about tearing down some tracks around Oklahoma, but that hasn't happened yet, and hopefully it doesn't happen. So.
Yeah, hopefully maybe Chris can get a funny car chaos up here by where I'm at, like at Great Lakes Dragway up here in Wisconsin. So that track's been here since 1955, so it's another old track.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've never been there that long. I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to Chris about next season. I don't know if he's even worried about it next year by now. But I said we're planning on going to every one this year, and if we can, then we'll try to go to everyone next year too. But we thought Michigan was going to be far, but it's really not too bad. Just a couple of hours, like I think 3 or 4 more hours away than Havana is.
Yeah, that should be a fun one.
Yeah, the people are asking us, like, why are we going to Havana? Like, or not Havana, going to Michigan. It's like, we just want to go to Michigan and say we've been. I think it's cool to me because whenever I was a kid, I always wanted to travel across, the country like all the pro teams do and go to all these different tracks. So I'd like to go to as many tracks as I can.
Right.
And just say I've been there.
Yep. Well, Jordan, I want to thank you very much for jumping on air with me again.
Yeah, no problem.
You have any
I appreciate it.
You got any final words you want to say?
No. I just hope I just hope I see everybody, at Funny Car Chaos this year, or one of the Central State Super Truck races. And if they need any information on when those dates are or where they're going to be at, they can check on our Facebook page or Instagram. They're both on the Ballew Thunder. So.
Awesome. Well,
that's all I got.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Jordan. You have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
All right, bye.